Hello?
Hi.
How you doing, brother? Shalom.
Shalom.
Um, we all doing is Jesus God, correct?
Yep.
In Psalms 110, does it say that Jesus Christ is a priest forever?
Yep.
Do a priest serve a deity?
Yes.
Okay, so Jesus Christ is a priest forever, so he serves a deity, correct?
He serves the Father.
Okay. Is the priest co-equal with the deity?
Jesus is. This priest is.
Is there
Our
a
our,
is,
our priest is co-equal with the Father.
is there a verse that says what you said just now?
Yeah.
A verse says that.
Yeah.
What verse is that the
Oh, what
priest
verse?
deity is co-equal with the deity that he serves?
Well, I'm gonna show you that Jesus is co-equal with the Father. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to Hebrews. Hebrews 1. I'm gonna go to Hebrews 1. We're gonna read verses 1 to 3. Whoops. Who's that? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? All right. Hebrews 1 to 3. Hold on a second. Let me close this out. Okay. All right. So it says, long ago and many times, in many ways, God spoke to our fathers by the prophets. But in these last days, he has spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed the heir of all things, through whom also he created the world. Right? He is the radiance of the glory of God and the exact imprint of his nature, and upholds the universe by the word of his power. So, and after making purifications for sins, he sat down at the right hand of the majesty on high. Now, it says here that he is the exact imprint of the nature of God, right? So that means that everything that God is in his nature, Jesus is as well. It's co-equal.
It says that says imprint.
Yep.
So God made man in his own image, in his own imprint. Right? Yes or no?
Not in his own imprint, no. But at the same time, we're not the exact image of God. We're not the exact image of his nature or imprint of his nature. Jesus is the exact imprint of his nature. So whatever God is, whatever the Father is at his core, that's what Jesus is as well.
Wait, so was Jesus Christ flesh?
He became flesh. But you're asking another question right now.
No, no,
Do you
I'm
see
no,
here? Do you see
I'm
here how it says that he is the exact imprint of the Father's nature?
I see what it said. You're not following what I'm saying. You're mentioning someone that was a human being. What you
No. I'm mentioning
no?
someone before he became a human being because it says he is the Son, and he was the Son before the creation of the worlds. Right?
Okay. Yes. So are you saying that he wasn't a human being? I'm confused.
I'm saying that he wasn't a human being before. When he created the worlds, he became human in the first century when he was born of a Virgin Mary. So he has two natures. He has the divine nature that he shares with the Father, that exact nature he shares with the Father, and he also has a human nature. So in Jesus, you're dealing with a person who has two natures, a divine nature and a human nature.
Okay. Once again, so before he came down in the body,
Well,
was
you're
he a?
asking another question.
I'm
Do
not.
you
I'm
see here how it says that Jesus is the exact imprint of the Father's nature?
brother. You're going back before he came down. I'm speaking of
Exactly.
when he.
So is Jesus the
Okay. So
Son? Is the Son the exact imprint of the Father's nature?
okay. The question is, before he came down, was he a
There is
priest?
no other question. My only question on the table is, does it say that he's the exact imprint of the Father's nature?
Yes, that's what that translation says.
So that
But that
means that the same nature that the Father has, Jesus has that exact nature, correct?
so you saying the Father is a priest?
But you're asking a different question.
I'm
The
asking the same
same
question I asked
nature, according to this
originally.
verse,
The
the
original question
same
was,
nature, my
was
brother, my
for
brother, please
ever.
don't panic, please.
I'm not
The
panicking,
same
brother.
nature,
You're
the
depressing the
same
person's
nature that
question.
the Father has, Jesus has as well. Is that correct?
So you saying he's a priest?
Please don't ask me another question without answering.
I keep you're asking the question over and over again, brother. I said yes.
Yeah.
What that
So when
translation
that
says.
means when it says Jesus is the exact imprint of the Father's nature, that means that he has the exact same nature as the Father, correct? Yes or no?
So you say, okay, yes. You understand?
Thank you.
Yes. So
So that
in other words,
means,
you're
wait,
saying
wait,
that
wait.
the
So
Father is
that
a priest.
means
Then
that means that by their nature, they are co-equal, correct?
no, because one is a priest and one is a deity. It's a difference. One served the other one. It's a difference.
I'll break this down to you, for example.
It's crazy.
I got you. All right. So look, so you're talking about priest and deity. Priest is a role or job that someone has, right? Right?
Yeah. Forever
Good.
though. Don't
Yeah.
forget
So
forever.
priest is a nature, right? It's a role. I'm sorry, priest is not nature. It's a role. It's a job that someone has, not a nature. It's a job. Okay. Normally, the priest is a human being, correct?
Yes.
So the nature of the priest usually is a human, and the role or the job that he has is priesthood. Okay. So let me give you an example. Let's go with in the workforce. Let's say the CEO. Let's say you are at work, and you got the CEO that's at your job too. He came visited you at the workplace. Make sure y'all doing y'all's job. Okay. So let's say you are a laborer. That's your role. You're a laborer. Your part, the other guy is the CEO. Okay. Um, so your jobs are different, right? He's the CEO, you're the laborer. But what about your nature? Both of you guys are both human, right?
Yes.
So just because you have a different role than the CEO doesn't mean that you have a different nature than the CEO, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what I'm talking about here. So I understand Jesus as a high priest, that's his role. But his nature is the same as the Father's. It's the exact same nature. So priesthood is not a nature, it's a job. It's a role that Jesus has. But his nature is divine. He's the divine. He has two of them. He has the divine nature that he has exactly as the same as the Father, and he also has a human nature, which he was born through Mary here on earth.
I'm not arguing nature or is he divine. I agree Christ is divine. I'm not arguing that. What I'm arguing is that he has a role that's forever. He's forever serving a deity.
That's
He,
right.
he's gonna never ever stop serving this deity.
He's
Right?
never going to stop serving the Father. That doesn't
Right.
take away
So that,
from his own nature.
so that means he cannot be co-equal with someone he serves forever.
Here it is again.
That's what I'm saying.
Because let me show you the problem that you and I are having. Okay, when you say that you're not arguing nature or you are. That's why we're missing each other, because you're talking about co-equal in regards to like status or role. I'm saying that they're co-equal in their nature. Okay, I recognize that Jesus serves the Father and will forever serve the Father. That doesn't take away from his equality with the Father in their nature. Just like with you at your job, as long as you work there and have that position as the laborer, you're always going to be in service to the CEO. But that doesn't take away that you are like human, just like your CEO is human. You're not any less human than the CEO is. You're both human, same value, same quality, but your roles are different. And so you take a servant's role to your CEO. Similarly, Jesus takes the servant's role to the Father, but that doesn't mean that they're not co-equal in their nature. So Jesus is a servant in one sense, right? Serving in one sense, and he serves the Father as the priest.
Forever.
They're equal in another sense.
Okay, so right, so the Father don't never take a servant role, never.
That's
But the
not what he
Son,
did.
the Son have a servant role forever, but the Father never have a servant role. So I understand what you're saying about there being divine. What I'm saying to you, according to the Trinity, it's one God in three persons. So in
Yep.
other words, what you're saying is that this one God has another part of him that serves another part of him
No,
forever.
I'm not saying parts. I don't believe God is. You can split God up into parts. I'm saying that God exists in
But it's
three
three in
persons.
one.
There's a distinction, but not parts.
Okay, so what persons, right? Three
Yep.
persons. Okay, so he's one God in three persons. One of his persons serve the other to serve the other persons forever, but the other person don't serve the other person forever.
What's
This is
what's
what
the
you're
problem?
saying.
What's the problem with that? What's the problem with one person willingly serving the other person forever? What's the problem with that?
The problem
What,
is that you're
how does
you're
that
saying
take
the same
away? Wait,
thing.
here, let me rephrase my question.
Okay.
How does that take away the fact that both persons are co-equal in their nature?
Because you're saying that they are one God. One God. Is what
Mm-hmm.
you're saying. You're saying they're one God, but then you also say that how, but in three persons. So in other words, you're saying so what you know what you're saying is that a part of this one God serves another part of
I didn't
this
say.
one
I'm
God.
not saying any part of this one God serves the other part. I never said that. That's not. Please and please, as we continue this conversation, I won't represent you. I'll try my best never to. Please don't do that to me. That gets annoying if after I've repeated myself. So don't say that again respectfully. Okay? Please. So I believe that one person of the Godhead
Okay,
serves
here,
the other person.
all right, and brother, I don't mean to disrespect you. The reason why I'm using that word is because if we're talking about one God, I mean he had like you are one body, but you had parts on your body, correct?
I my makeup is not like God's makeup. I am a
So you
composite being. I'm a composite being. God is not.
God don't have a hand, two hands, and 2 foot. You don't have that.
No, not literally.
Oh, so how did God make man in His image if God didn't look like that?
Because it's not a physical image, it's his characteristics. Man, he's given men authority, he's given man intellect, he's given man judgment, he's given man creativity, right? So in these ways, morality. In these ways, we are made in the image and likeness of God. We're supposed to be his representatives on the earth. Not that we look like God physically. That's impossible.
So when Jesus Christ said, and it says He's the image of the Father, and He looked like us, that ain't
He
how
never
God.
said that he looks like us.
No. I said when Jesus Christ says He's the image of God,
Mm-hmm.
and He looked like us.
Mm-hmm.
You saying God looked different than that?
Yeah, I'm saying that God doesn't have a visible image. He's invisible. He's spiritual. He's not a physical being. He doesn't
The
have
text
body
says
parts.
that Jesus Christ is the image of the Father, right?
Yeah, and what does that mean? It means
He looked like the
that
Father.
everything Jesus is, character-wise, how he is, the decisions he makes, the moves he makes, his will, all of that is exactly how the Father is. That's what that means. Not that the Father has a physical image.
But that can't be true because Jesus Christ's will was not to go on the cross. That
The,
can't
the
be right.
Bible says that the Father is spirit, right?
What I mean, you made it. You said that they get the same will, which is
Hold
incorrect.
on, please. In John 4:24, Jesus says the Father is spirit, right?
Yes.
Do spirits have flesh and bone?
No.
So then they're not physical. They don't have a physical image.
No. They do have a physical image. That's why
Okay.
the text says God made man in His image.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming.
No problem. Got you.
How you doing? I don't know how to say your name. Dodabahu? Dodabahu, you're on the panel.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. How are you doing?
Okay, I was on another tab. I didn't realize I was up.
It's all good. You're not a Trinitarian, right?
No, I'm a non-Trinitarian. Love your show though. You be
Thanks.
cooking. You be cooking the Muslims.
Man, I try to, man. I got to
So
re-up my seasoning.
yeah. So basically, my position on the Trinity is, I believe that the Bible teaches there is a triune God, However, to me, it seems the Trinity is more of an eisegesis of Platonic philosophy onto that idea, kind of formalize it some more.
Okay. So you do believe biblically that the Trinity is there, that the concept of one God existing as three distinct persons, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, co-equal, co-eternal, as the one God, you believe that that is biblical.
Yes.
So then you are a Trinitarian.
Yeah, I just, don't exactly hold to everything the doctrine says.
Well, if you're a Trinitarian, bro. So I mean,
All right.
I'm trying to bring up people who are not Trinitarian. You're a Trinitarian, though.
You got it.
Okay. You take care, bro.
God bless.